Hello learners, in the last lecture of the module radio program format, we have discussed the meaning of spoken word and we have also understood spoken word radio program formats. Furthermore, we have learned different types of spoken word radio program formats. And at last, we have also understood information based radio program formats in details. In this part of the module, we will understand the meaning of content-based radio program formats. We will also discuss various content-based radio program formats in details. So friends, let us begin with the meaning of content-based radio program formats. Content-based radio program formats. Besides information-based radio program formats, there are other radio program formats used in radio broadcasting, such as content-based radio program format and interactive radio program format. Unlike information-based radio program formats, content-based radio programs are fully scripted and mostly made in the studio. These content-based and scripted programs can be presented in various forms as they are suited to the taste of wider section of listeners, particularly for those who have cultivated good listening habits. Programs such as short stories, soap operas, travelogues, radio dramas, etc. have been broadcast successfully by many radio stations. There are the following types of fully scripted content-based radio program formats which are broadcast on radio stations. These content-based radio program formats are: number 1, radio feature and documentaries; number 2, radio serial; number 3, radio drama; number 4, poetry recital; number 5, short story reading; and number 6, book and film reviews. Let us discuss these content-based radio program formats one by one. Number 1, radio features and documentaries. A radio feature is a sound picture of a person, event, place or developmental issues presented by a creative person. It involves creating a collage of different sounds with the intent to present a subject in a more effective and comprehensive manner. The term feature is used to indicate both studio-based features and documentaries. There is a very thin line of demarcation between a radio feature and documentary. The feature is a radio program in which emphasis is laid on imaginative presentation of facts, while documentaries are based on actualities. According to Robert McLeish, the feature needs not be completely true in the factual sense. It may include folk songs, poetry or drama to help illustrate its theme. There are two types of features. Number 1, narrative feature, and second is dramatized feature. In narrative features, the thread of narration runs through the entire program, in which dialogues are avoided. It includes extracts from a variety of sources, including books, memoirs, reports, dispatches, library recording, etc. Biographical features belong to this genre, while dramatized features aim at the imaginative presentation of the facts. You can say it docudrama, in which programs are made with the help of historical facts or documents. In dramatized feature, voices are created by voice artists. A radio documentary is a form directed towards presenting a factual record about real people, things, and events. Reality is the basic requirement for a documentary. Documentaries may be classified as informative and investigative documentaries. Informative documentary can be made on any subject or theme, person, event, activity, or institution, aims to widen the horizon of the listeners. It tries to involve the audience both emotionally as well as intellectually by presenting a wide spectrum of information. The subject can be an eminent freedom fighter, a historical man, a historical place, a research institute, or a discovery of insulin, etc. While investigative documentary investigates some issues, it takes up special problems like orphans, bride burning, drug addiction, corruption in the public life, bogus universities, etc. Number 2, radio serial. As the nomenclature itself indicates, radio serial means broadcast radio program which is divided into many episodes over an extended period of time. In radio broadcast, we also have broadcast reading of famous novels and other major books. Number 3. Radio drama. According to Robert McLeish, radio play is a turning of words and action into satisfying pictures within the listener's mind by using the techniques of drama. A radio drama can be created by using various components such as dialogue by the performing artist, suitable music, interludes, and appropriate sound effects. The listener constructs a profile of each character in their minds according to their interpretation. Family drama, historical and mythological themes, science fiction, suspense, and mysteries, etc. are popular themes of radio dramas that have been broadcast over radio stations. Number 4. Poetry recital. The poetry recitation is a part of the oral and social tradition of our society. Renowned poets and upcoming poets are invited for such radio broadcasts. Musairas and Kavi Sammelans of 30 or 60 minutes duration are planned, recorded and broadcast. The sound effect and music are also mixed with a recorded program to make the poetry recital program more entertaining and effective. Poetry recitation has its special attributes and forms, which is quite different from the story narration and conversation. It is a truism that poetry is recognized as a powerful format for criticizing social evils and arousing the consciousness of people. Number 5. Short story reading. Radio stations allocate a prominent time slot for short story reading. Short stories in radio broadcasting are aimed to escalate moral and ethics among listeners. In short story reading, generally, the radio presenter reads a 5 to 10 minutes long story, through which radio presenter teaches a lesson of a good citizenship, brotherhood, human values and practices. Sometimes short stories are also based on satire on political, social, corruption evils and so on. One of the most popular short stories which was recently broadcast over several radio stations is Jamun Ka Ped, written by Krishna Chandra. Number 6. Book and film reviews. Book and film reviews are an important segment of radio programming. These programs are mainly targeted at the intellectual minorities and film lovers who are keen to acquire knowledge and entertain themselves through such a review. A book review touches upon the broad features of the book under review and the critical comments of the reviewer on the work. Most of the book review programs serve as a capsule of the latest publication, while film reviews provide an overview idea about film story and recommend the audience for watching or not watching the film. So learners, in this section, we have completed content-based radio program formats. We have also understood various types of fully scripted content-based radio program which are broadcast over the radio stations. We have also learned radio features and documentaries, radio serials, radio dramas, poetry recital, short story reading and books and film review in detail. In the next part of the video, we will discuss interactive radio program formats. Till then, Namaskar.